And I just want to say thank you to everyone on the panel. To be honest, I really have so many more questions, but I want to give His Excellency some time to be able to speak passionately about this. Afterwards, we'll also give it an opportunity for the audience to ask some questions. So, Your Excellency, sir, I mean, just listening to everything that you've heard today and everyone here, I want to ask you, why do you still believe that farming remains a critical pillar for Nigeria's future? Why are you still very bullish about agriculture and farming?
I need to stand up to answer.
A round of applause, please.
And I take it that you put that question to me, and after I answer it, I will continue.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Well, why do I think that farming
remains a critical pillar for Nigeria's future?
Remains critical for Nigeria's
future.
Even for Nigeria's present. Any of you who has not eaten for the past 24 hours, put up your hand. Madam, nobody puts up his hand.
Very important.
And the point is this: to eat, you have to produce food. To produce food, it has to be the responsibility of whatever you call them, farmer, agri-businessmen,
agripreneurs.
Agripreneurs. Okay. So from they to be able to sustain life, agriculture is very important for every human being because you have to eat to live. I don't know whether you heard what the Chinese Consul General said. He said, agriculture is the foundation of their nation. Agriculture is the foundation of their nation. And to me, after you have taken personal security and protection, which means you are alive, the next thing is, well, and part of that is health. The next thing is food and nutrition security. And if food and nutrition security is very important, then it has to be taken alongside of your personal protection and personal security. So it is very important and vital for present and tomorrow. 3, anybody who can feed you can also enslave you.
Wow.
So you must not outsource your feeding to anybody. You must be self-reliant on that essential security of food and nutrition. Number 4, the 3 most important things that I believe you need depend on soil, ground. First, shelter. you need land for it. Second, food. You need land for it. Third, wealth generation, employment generation. You need land for it. And for that reason, you must take care of land for agriculture. Because it is after you have covered your head, it's agriculture. Both to your mouth. The fifth, we haven't gone very well. We haven't done well in the handling of our oil and gas because it is a wasting asset. The oil and the gas you take from ground today, you will never have them again. It's gone. But agriculture, the land you use this year, you use it next year. You use it in a year after the next. Yorùbá ní kàkà kí ilẹ̀ òkú, ilẹ̀ àṣà, and ilẹ̀ tó bá ṣá, you can rejuvenate it. That's what he and have been saying. So while oil and gas will come and go, land will remain forever. 6, the fundamental how else to now? The basis of our development, growth, enrichment, prosperity is land, agriculture, or agribusiness, as we put it now. The most important fundamental, basic for our generating foreign exchange is in our trading. And what are going to trade in? Agri-product that we have added value to. That's the best thing that can get up. So, madam, when you ask that question, why it is not only tomorrow, not only in future, but today. My dear brothers and colleagues, those of you who were here last year, has anybody had anything that we said last year or whatever that had impacted on him or on her that has testimony to give? Any of you? Those of you who were here last year, was there anything that you had? Any lessons that you learned?
There's one hand somewhere. There are a couple of hands in this area.
Somebody there?
Just come and take the microphone.
That has testimony to give from what we have. Oh.
Thank you. So look at the
We
gentleman.
have somebody.
Okay.
Thank you, Baba. From last year, there was a conversation from somebody from the dairy value chain. And with that, we've been able to start we got some Frisian cows. Now we are doing milk. Thank you, Baba.
Any other one?
There's some hands behind you as well. Yes.
Any other one?
There too.
Good afternoon, Baba. My name is Abi Bajayi.
I cannot even see you, but go on.
Okay. Maybe I should come.
Come forward, maybe you come.
Speaking, I'm hearing you. I only okay now.
Good afternoon, sir, Baba. I'm Abi Bajayi. I'm the president of the Agricultural Society, University of Lagos. So last year, I attended the event, and you spoke about the fact that we shouldn't just be, we talking about how we want to do this in the agricultural sector. We should put in the work. So in the university, we just started a society, an agricultural society for students across the university from different departments. Because University of Lagos, we don't really have agricultural courses that people are studying. So it's now like students from different departments, law, engineering, coming together to educate ourselves about agriculture and also explore the opportunities. So yeah, thank you, sir.
There's one more hand just behind you. Yes.
Any other?
One more, sir.
One more.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Baba.
Good afternoon.
So my name is Ayomide Adefo. I'm the project director for Malom Agro Services. So I was here last year in the course of the event last year. So I was looking for land to do a project last year. So I met someone here that had about 100 hectares, and by God's grace, I was able to secure 30 hectares for lease last year.
Thank you. Well, I will stop it there so that the point I want to try and get is this exercise useful, so that if it is very useful, then we will agree, as we agreed last year, that it should be a continuous exercise. Do we agree with that?
Yes, we do.
So in that case, it will be an annual exercise. Do we also agree with that? Don't clap. There's no substitute for agriculture. And I'm happy that she asked the last question she asked. Maybe I've said, you have heard me saying this before. It will cost Japan only 1/3 of what it costs Japan to produce rice. It will cost Japan only 1/3 to import rice from Philippines or Thailand. 1/3. Why do they continue to spend 2-3 times what it will cost them to produce import rice to produce rice? Because it is of security importance. And as I've said, you do not outsource. If you are a clever person, you do not outsource your security to anybody. You take care of your security as much as possible by yourself. The last part is public-private. Some people will say, out of frustration, that forget about government. But you can't forget about government. Government can do and undo. So you can't forget about government. People will say politics, nonsense, but politics is the master. So, in the same way, politics, government, you can't forget. And we must never leave them alone. Because government and politics are too important to be left alone in the hand of anybody. You leave government alone, you will be destroyed. So we must continue to shout. Shout. You are not doing well. If you are not doing well, where they should be commended, we should commend them. When you are in government. And in government, if you really get it right, you can do the most for the largest number of people, the best for the largest number of people. And you can do the worst also for the largest number of people. So that's why you should never leave government alone. So I put down here about 7 things that I believe, or 7 points, or 7 areas that I would say we should take away, or we should be thinking about, or we should take as points of recommendation for ourselves and for others that have to go with us. 1, Agriconnect Summit is recommended to be an annual event. And I said to you that for as long as I'm strong enough and I am here, I will take it up with you. Now, based on that, any question for me?
So now we will now take questions from the audience for His Excellency.
I will continue with there are still 6 more points. But now, this one,
Okay.
any questions for me?
All right, you have the microphone. We have some hands.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Thank you
afternoon.
so much for your insights. And I would like to also apologize for not standing on existing protocol.
Okay, sorry. Please, can I ask you to come forward?
Just go on. It's because I'm getting deaf. That's why
Just come forward.
Go on.
Okay. Good afternoon again, sir, Your Excellency. I first of all want to apologize for not standing on existing protocol during my moderation, Komorani. So my question is regarding, Nigeria, and there's data that shows that the people in Nigeria, most people in Nigeria live above or below a certain standard in dollars, for example. So if you're looking at increasing the purchasing power of Nigerians, how can we do that with agriculture? I heard somebody say that you were even asking recently about how we can increase the purchasing power of Nigerians by $100. And how can we do that using agriculture? Because I believe strongly that agriculture can do it, but I'm not exactly sure how. That's my question, sir.
I'm just thinking of the best way to answer your question. We have a saying in my part of the world that your poverty is halved once food is out of your poverty. So if we can produce what we eat, essentially, and we do not depend on imported for our food. What we spend on food will be much less than what we are spending now. Let me bring that vividly home. We eat rice. We don't produce enough rice. I think Sadiq said to us that even industry is only what we produce that is surplus to what we would have to eat that makes us rich. Because then that's what we go to industry. Whatever you have left from your money, after you have taken what you will use for food, it becomes your purchasing power. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if we can produce all that we eat locally, and if we can produce all that makes us to produce what we eat locally, I hope you understand what I'm saying there. Produce all we eat locally, and then all that we use to produce what we eat locally, then we will be at least 2 times richer than we are. At least.
Thank you, sir. So, a couple, Shola, I think the lady's coming to you. It's a few more questions. I see your hand, don't worry.
Yes, sir. Sir, when you were president, I know there were some states in Nigeria where they had a partnership. I can speak specifically for Oyo states where they had a partnership with Mahindra from India, where they were assembling tractors in Nigeria. Sir, I'm very confused to why we have stopped doing that. Why are we not bringing these companies into Nigeria to assemble these machines in Nigeria so that it's readily there for local farmers, sir?
We were producing tractor.
No, the tractors, we're assembling the tractors in Mahindra.
We were assembling.
Yes, your partnership
Okay.
with Mahindra.
Yes.
We take Mahindra.
No, we were even producing cars. Well, now, thank God, Emusin is now producing cars, or assembling is not producing. I don't know whether you know that the Kata Bridge was a Ghana bridge. It was steel bridge, not concrete bridge. What you have now is concrete bridge.
Kata Bridge.
Yeah, Kata Bridge was a steel bridge. How many of you know that? Saw that, met that? No. Now, I rebuilt Kata Bridge into a concrete bridge because the steel bridge is getting rotten. If I have removed Kata Bridge and I haven't replaced it, just as you wouldn't know that Kata Bridge was a steel Ghana bridge, you won't know that Kata Bridge has been there. You know that I brought in assembly, and the idea was to go backward integration, and we were getting the tires here. We were to get I think we were getting battery, because battery was being produced in Ibadan. I think, we were getting battery, we were getting seeds and all that. And that is the way of producing. Well, if some other people come and they stop it, who do you blame? Not me. And you look, no, seriously, some of the things that we don't even pay attention, look at it. We are producing tires in this country. We are not producing tires anymore. Ordinary tires. I think we are producing, no. Dunlop was producing.
Dunlop was producing tires.
Michelin was also producing. They are no longer producing ordinary tires. The other day, these people who are producing, I think Chief Akikube was working with them. They are producing soap and detergent. What do they call them?
Procter and Gamble.
Gamble.
Procter and Gamble.
Yeah, P&G. They have gone. They are not producing anymore. When I was in Kaduna in the early 60s, Kaduna was thriving as a textile industrial center. They are gone. They are not producing anymore. We started assembling Peugeot. The idea again is to do backward integration so that it become not just assembling, but manufacturing. And what you call for a car, but the tire may be produced somewhere, the engine somewhere, the chassis somewhere, and you bring them together, even in the country where you have them being built. That is gone. So what we should be asking ourselves, why is this the case? And if it's the case, look, when I started building my farm in Ota, when I started building my farm, the price of cement was 3 naira. 3 naira. And that's not too long. When it became 4 naira, we were crying. How much is a bag of cement today? Huh?
I think someone said 12,000. A bag of cement.
A bag of, how much
10,000.
is a bag of cement today? More than 1,000.
10,000 naira, sir.
10,000 naira. Now, what has happened in my lifetime? Take it. When I started my farm, I got a loan of 1 million naira from what we call Agriconnect Guarantee Loan Scheme. And that 1 million naira was $1,850,000. It was $1,850,000 in my lifetime. 1 million naira was 1,850,000. What has happened to Nigeria in my lifetime? That $1 is now $1,000. 1,700 naira. Now, you just sit and think of that. What I've got. I left government how many years ago? It's not 20 years. Is it 20? No, I left government in 107.
In 2007. 2007.
2007. That's 18 years. 18 years, not 20 years yet. Now, don't laugh. I believe that the naira to dollar, it was during the period of General Babangida that the naira started being depreciated. But even 18 years ago, naira was not 1 naira to $1 to more than one, I think 150. About. So what has happened in 18 years? That naira that was dollar that was 150 naira is now 1,700 naira. Now, when you look at this and you come, then you can see that there's something wrong both with us and both with the international that we are dealing with. I don't believe that Nigeria has gone down 10%. No, not 10%, 100%.
More than, yeah.
What
it's more than almost 1,000%. 1,000%.
1,000% in 18 years. My brother, you were born 18 years ago. No, look, just wait. When you look at it that way, you see that something is wrong. You were born, you are here 18 years ago. What have we done? That the naira has been devalued so badly. And then the point these people make, and I now tend to believe it, that the international community that we deal with do not wish us well, and we don't know it. We don't know it. If we know it, we will behave better than we are behaving. Look, World Bank is not created for us. It has been created before Nigeria became independent. IMF is not created for us. It has been created before Nigeria became independent. Why should I rely on the advice of an institution that was not created for me? Why should I rely on the advice of IMF? I can do better. Yeah. And we should have done better.
Thank you so much. There's one more question.
Now, we take two more.
Two more questions. So
and
you.
I conclude.
So him, because he had his hand raised. Wow.
All protocols observed. Such an honor to talk to the First Democratic President of Nigeria. Thank you, Baba. So I have a quick question for you regarding the Maputo Declaration and the Malabo Declaration of 2003 and 2014. Maputo Declaration and the Malabo Declaration about, countries under the African Union.
Which are the declarations? You have to explain them.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to explain them. So the whole thing around African Union member states or member countries, allocating at least 10% of their annual budgets to agriculture and pursue 6% annual GDP growth in agriculture. Because what brought me to this understanding was I was looking at the Rwandan agricultural industry, and I saw that they have been doing well, much more than Nigeria, that is a lot more bigger. So upon further inquiry, I realized that Rwanda has been faithful, seems to be the only, correct me if I'm wrong, sir, seems to be the only African country that has contributed at least 10% to their agricultural sector since then. Nigeria has only ranged between 2% and 6% since 2003 and 2014. So, sir, my question is this, sir. While you were there, what was it like in trying to implement this declaration? And ever since then, what has our progress been in this regard? Thank you, sir.
You know my simple answer? My brother, you know my simple answer? Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. My simple answer is go to Abuja. Because, well, look, you asked question, you answer it. You said when I was there, I maintained. Go and ask who is there. Why should you ask that question? Look, Anki, answer. You say you don't know who died. Now, everything we are saying depends on leadership. Come of it. How much of the leadership understand? And if the leadership understands, how much does the leadership do in terms of understanding? The world you are living in has no pity on you. You should understand that. I belong to a group, and I still belong to it. We call ourselves Interaction Council of Former Heads of Government. It was established in 1983, and we are still there. And when I sat down with these people, Tamu Schmidt was our chairman, Huda was our patron, and we will all sit down. And I said to them on one occasion, I said, look, you from developed world, you are cruel. And Tamu Schmidt said to me, Olu, that's how he called me, why do you say that? I said, look, everything is weighted against us. And he said to me, what I will say to you now, I won't say it publicly. But we created capitalism for us, for ourselves, not for you. Listen to that. We created capitalism for ourselves, not for you. I say, not even for humanity's sake. And he said to me, bring your economy book. Bring your book on economics. And show me where humanity is a factor of production. You are all, now don't, and that is the reality of life. And he said to me, you are to be the architect of your own fortune. you people in Africa. He told me that he won't take what he's saying to me. He cannot say it. He won't say it publicly. Say, you people in Africa, you are the architect of your own misfortune. He was a good friend of mine. He died at the age of 96. I was invited by the government of Germany to be there. And that is the truth. We are our own worst enemy. Do we understand the world we live in? And he said to me, he was from Hamburg. He said, Olu, give me 3 reasons why I should not buy your cocoa at 100. Bring it to Hamburg. Turn it to chocolate and sell it to you at 1,000, which is what capitalism is all about. But if then I know that, why should I not process my cocoa here? Why should I allow my cocoa to go to Switzerland, turn it to chocolate, and cocoa that, let me talk about cocoa. The world value of cocoa industry annually is about $35 billion. In Africa, we produce more than 80% of cocoa, $35 billion. And how much of that do we get? The total industry. Cocoa, chocolate, storage, transportation by sea and all that. All come to 35 billion. We produce 80%. And what do we get? 9 billion. The rest goes into chocolate. Those who transport cocoa and who bring the chocolate back here for us, they get not even 1/3. And the price of cocoa is decided in London. The price of cocoa is decided in London. London doesn't produce 1 bin of cocoa. And I held a summit here in Nigeria. What can we do about cocoa? If we can keep our cocoa for 1 year, we will determine the price of cocoa. Just for 1 year. Now don't clap. The point then is, where will you get money? And where will you get money to build the storage? Those people who are now getting maximum out of cocoa are the one who will build the storage for you. They won't allow it to happen. And that is the world we are in. That is the world we are in. If we know that, we will be better than we are. Because we will take the necessary steps. We talk about, yes, why do we go back? Why don't you go forward? When I was president, the president of France talked to me about Nigeria, about a French company. Why not? The president of America talked to me about American company. Why not? Then I too decided I will push Nigerian company. So I took Nigerian bank to China, to other parts of Africa. And that is why the Nigerian banks are everywhere in Africa today. can be done, and it must be done. Well, okay.
Thank you, sir. Everyone. Sir,
Now,
you want to finish up yours?
no, I haven't finished. Connect Summit. We have agreed it has to stay, and
it will be an annual summit, yes, sir.
now there are opportunities in agribusiness. Is that also agreed?
Yes,
Opportunities. Opportunities galore
Yes, sir.
in agribusiness.
Yes, sir.
You have all that we have been saying here about that. Whether it's in production or something, something is doing soilless farming, whatever, whichever area, opportunities. And these opportunities, you can even become billionaires. There are facilities that need to be widely known, like the one I talk about, the European Union, the listed, those things. And I said to him, well, this thing you have listed, we now have to get him. Who will be responsible for that? Get him. Who are the planners? Who are the ones organizing this? Who are they?
Yes, sir.
Who are the ones organizing?
The event?
Yeah, this event.
Organizers of the event, please step forward. Organizers. Organizers of the event, please step forward.
We have to hold somebody responsible.
Responsible. Please step forward. Organizers of the event.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Why is
it will now? It will require you to go to. It will require you to go to Abuja and see the European Union ambassador. Let's give him. I said he should give us written those things he reeled out and things and how we can access them. Yes. And we do the same thing with the Chinese. Yeah, okay. Extension workers. I think I want to get what you are saying, because I think what you are saying is that let government do what government is well noted to be able to do,
yes, sir,
which is to provide conducive environment.
That's correct,
for the
sir.
private sector to thrive.
That's correct, sir.
That's what you are saying.
That's correct, sir.
All right. Extension workers, we need to, the state and what you call them, the private and public, and the research to work together more closely and more collaboratively. Because, and I don't think you disagree with what I said, that the research effort has produced what can make us not go hungry. Okay. Education should be more modern, more realistic, more relevant, and more technological. Huh? Yeah. All right. I say that we need for more there's need for more innovative finances for agribusiness. Need for more innovative finances. You cannot borrow money at the rate of 25% and put it in agriculture and say that you will make it. You won't make it unless you are growing cocaine. You will not make it. I told a story I don't know whether I told it last year. I went, but I've told it publicly. I went to Turkey, and I was in Ankara. And I said, I want to go to see any poultry farm nearby. And I went 1 hour, 15 minutes from Accra. This poultry establishment produces 1 million eggs a day. 1 million eggs a day. And the people that are working there are only 15. Everything is automated. Everything. From the food and even the packing of the egg, everything. And of those 15, 10 of them are drivers. Then I asked the owner, how much does this cost you? Said around $40 million. Around $40 million. And 50% of it is grant. Free money. Grant. How can you compete with that? And to insult me, he said, well, what I want you to do for me is to export eggs to Nigeria. I said, not in your life. Now, how can you compete with that? And you have to understand that. But they do that. One, for job creation for their own people. And then to come and dump that product here. Food security for their people. Job creation for their people, wealth creation for their people, and then they come and dump it here and make us poor, impoverished. Now we should understand that is the world that we live in. Well, I will close on the note of thanking you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It has been an honor. Thank you so much. Please stand. Thank you.
Thanking you, but you said it all. You said it all.
All right.
You must know your job. You must understand not only agribusiness.
Yes, sir.
But you must understand the world. You can get as much as you can get out of the world. Even Nigeria as an oil exporting country, I was able to get debt relief for Nigeria. What position is Nigeria for debt now? 18 years. We are worse than we were 20 years ago. That is not in the best interest of. And let me end on a note. We have, according to World Bank, we have 24 million children that should be in school that are not in school. If that doesn't worry you, it worries me. Because that is the recruiting area for Boko Haram of tomorrow. Boko Haram of 10, 12, 15 years from now. We cannot continue that. We cannot. But for now, we need to feed ourselves. I say, if we cannot compete to go to the moon, let us compete to fill our stomach. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. For pictures, sir. Pictures. Sorry, sorry. I thought you were going to make a joke for it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much to everyone on the panel.